Hello Aries, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for the month of May. No, I haven't forgotten about you guys. I'm so sorry that it's been such a long time since I have visited your sign for a reading. So multiple apologies, but here I am. I'm sorry that you guys kind of had the brunt of the lockdown, during your birthday month, but I hope it was, or your birthday season, I hope it was enjoyable though. So let's get into this reading. Let's get into a general spread. I'm going to go in with no intention and kind of read generally, energetically, what's going on for you guys, what this has all been about, and see what the messages are. So this is going to be a general reading. If it applies, please don't try to make it fit. What are the messages for Aries for the month of May? What would be most helpful for them to know, see, and hear? Okay, there's anxiety. Woof. I feel like, that's the collective kind of energy right now, kind of at this, we're in this kind of, it's like a tornado of what to believe, what's going on, how do I work through this? Especially if you guys, you guys are the business owners. Looking at these cards though, your overarching theme is transformation. I don't want to kind of put I do want to put a positive spin on things because I feel like there's always a light to see out of every dark circumstance, excuse me. And with these cards, the first one showing up as anxiety, it says, we surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There's nothing to fear. There's only love. I'm following this as sacred knowledge. So it's almost like this, it is this forced pause that we've all been going through globally, to kind of have this, it's like this space for this new energy to come in. With sacred knowledge, to me, this is the I am energy. I am able to do anything. I am able to overcome anything. I'm able to get through anything. So there's this energy of perseverance coming in with miracle. Miracle to me feels like blessing, like a godsend, a saving grace type of energy. But in the process, there's been this beautiful transformation. It's showing up here. It says, through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to an ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. Uncomfortable? Absolutely. But as they say, right, nothing worth having comes easy. And I feel like this is kind of like this entrance point, a big, huge, crazy start to your trip around the sun, but I feel like there's something really good coming out of this. Even right now, I still feel like there's a lot of difficult energy. Let's see though. What are the messages for Aries? What would be most helpful for them to see, to hear, and to know? Focus on work clearly here. Yeah. Okay, I'm clearly seeing, ooh, okay. Yeah, heavy emphasis on, I feel like, where you spend your time and how much value you attribute to your time. When I'm seeing the King of Pentacles in the subconscious, the King of Pentacles is the CEO, the boss, the business owner. This is also the father energy. But when I think of this energy in the subconscious, it's like this wanting to break through. So if you are not in a position that fully fulfills you, especially in your work life, or if something feels off, it's like a time to rectify it. And I feel a lot of people kind of coming into this place of heading in a new direction, because the current energy is Five of Swords, kind of walking away from something that wasn't serving you, especially if you have a job that kind of maybe dropped you, yet you worked so hard for it, Eight of Pentacles, or you worked so hard for something and there's nothing here that I feel like is giving back to you at this current moment in time. The Devil card is, it's what's helping you and what's hindering you. So I feel like the realization of the Devil card, what holds you back, what binds you, what fears you have. I mean, it's all coming up. It's here. It's heavy. It's tricky, but it's purposeful. To me, this reading is saying you've put a lot of effort into your security, your direction in life, and it's showing you. It's almost like the weaknesses. I feel like that's going to apply to many people in different ways. So say you're high up in a company or you work for a company and you've worked hard and they kind of let you go. It's saying don't look backwards, especially with that Five of Swords. Don't look backwards. Don't let it take any of your peace, because right around the corner is the sun. The sun points to Leo time frame, but it also points to abundance coming your way, growth, happiness, more freedom. Your power right now, it's almost at the bottom of this. Can you see this one? No, you can't see this one, sorry. Holding this reading down, the subconscious level, is the King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is your position of power, and I mean, that's what's happening right now. Going within, meditating on what needs to change. And this is interesting, it's in your power. It's almost like manifesting a new beginning. Because right above that, what the energy the universe wants to bring to you is like when these gates open, when restrictions lift. I mean, I feel like this new sense of confidence. The Chariot card is a very confident card. It's Cancer as well, but it's the man that is purposefully looking forward in a direction, leaving behind something, and going in a new direction. Very enthusiastically. I mean, his chariot's adorned by stars. He's following his dreams, and it's attached to what you need to know. Queen of Wands. Excuse me. This is your energy. This is in your. It's like your superpower, and it's following what you want, what sparks excitement, enthusiasm, joy. So if it's, for some of you, it might be more time with children. For some of you, it might be, I feel, having more control over your time and your money, your finances. Because nobody, I mean, Eight of Pentacles, you have this ability to work smart, work hard. But I feel like the restrictions that were around you before, it might not be that you were let go, but I still feel this shift in kind of awareness of what needs to change. This heavy period of retrospection, clearly bringing some sort of change. I mean, your overarching theme is the Two of Pentacles, weighing your options, the ups and downs, the benefits, the pros, the cons. And to me, this is wanting more balance, more fulfillment. And I always say, especially if you don't run your own company or you haven't followed that dream, I feel taking the necessary steps to either learning how to get there, because also the Ace of Pentacles is the apprenticeship card. It's working heavily focused on building abundance to get to that level of mastery, which the Aries energy is destined to become, because you guys are that emperor energy, right? You have this grandiose vision. You guys are supposed to have power, in my opinion. Because the Aries energy at its highest consciousness, it's not to attain power just for the sake of it. You guys also then distribute it. You guys also have this way about you of doing really good things with it. And I feel like whoever's listening, you need to have that in your control. We need, as a population, as a collective, good people taking their rightful kind of ownership of their power and creating some sort of healing here. This doesn't have to be like an overnight decision, but I feel like there's some resolve in this, and something in the past wasn't working for me. Something needs to change. I love that the Two of Cups is your outcome. I mean, that's an overarching energy for you guys. I feel like I'm kind of done doing the general spread, especially during this time. I feel like the general spread is going to spread across all the signs. It feels like it's going to be a little bit redundant to me. So let's kind of switch to a different topic, because I do feel with some of these cards coming out, I feel the need for support, especially with this Eight of Pentacle energy with the Devil. If you have had this tendency to really focus on the abundance in your life, you know, climbing ladders towards success, focusing on your money, all of those things, especially in this period of quarantine where we're locked down and that's all we have, especially for those of you that are single, there's a strong kind of blossoming of this energy of wanting the things that are most fundamentally to our core important. And I feel like that's, you know, a true like friendship and love within the healthy container of a loving relationship. I feel like especially singles I'm talking to, really wanting somebody that supports you, supports your dreams. I'm getting earthly type energy, but this could also have to do with the fact that we're in Taurus season, wanting to be more grounded and go about things very methodically. But I feel that energy directed also directly at relationships, wanting to go about it in a way that there's longevity attached to it, because it does get exhausting, especially if you've been single for a long time, of kind of in and out energy. Okay, let me do a spread for singles while I'm here. Tell me about what is the energy for singles for the month of May. What's the energy for singles, single Aries for the month of May? It would be helpful for them to see. Tell me about Aries. The single Aries, looking for love, looking for that balance container. Yeah, I feel like when things lift, things open, it's like rushing in. I feel like you guys have no problem with identifying what needs attention and going after it without hesitation. And I feel like this pause has even amplified that. Knight of Swords, this is like communicating, this is being open, this is willing to jump into something. Yeah, I would just advise you, it takes a long time to build an empire, so go into something, yes, enthusiastically, but from the perspective of wanting to build an empire with somebody. The Emperor is very, very evolved energy, very wise energy. So look at things from this perspective, because you guys can sometimes have these dueling kind of extreme ends of the spectrum, which all add up to your type of genius. But I feel like that impulse, that acting on the desire, pair that with the groundedness of Taurus season. Use what we're being given right now to look at things, because Taurus is like all about building bottom up. So let's keep going. Yeah, the sun falling out, beautiful. So the sun is about, again, you keep getting this hint towards Leo season. I feel like this is kind of a timing card now, but it's a beautiful timing card. It's about abundance and things growing and things maturing, feeling free. Again, this is telling me that things are about to lift and people are getting back out into society. So if things are really still locked down wherever you are, I feel like that's going to shift. And if you watched my I don't know what I would call it, my COVID-19 prediction video. I kind of took it down just because YouTube was censoring and canceling accounts left and right. It's really extreme right now. But I made a prediction that this was going to happen the beginning of May, back when they were saying, oh no, end of summer, maybe even into next year. There's lots of crazy panic. I feel like things are opening up for you, and especially in regards to love, I feel like this comes from, be careful with that fire. I feel like that fire is pent up. That fire is pent up. This kind of makes me laugh. Let's see what's coming now. Yeah, you want success, so it's like you're gonna have to deal with these polarities within your makeup. You know, having the end vision being the emperor and building an empire, and dealing with the carnal kind of fiery desires that are inherently within you. There's that earth energy. I mean, there it is, that grounding energy that I feel like is coming in for you. This can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't need to be their sun sign, but there's something about them. I feel like when you meet them, they're very grounded. They make you calm. They have a different perspective on things, and to me, this is a little bit of a slower energy, so they might make you slow down a bit. I feel like a lot of people have also been going through this introspection. A lot of people have this pent-up fire, but yet it's kind of like an like, let's slow down. What do you want? What do I want? Do we want this together? Because I feel like we're coming from this from a heightened perspective with the Six of Wands. We've gone through the battle. We're coming home successful. We're making it through the storm. And we're seeing things from a higher perspective. And it's telling me a lot of you are wanting like something that actually weathers time. Because this can also indicate marriage. This can indicate, yes, a partner, a grounded partner, but I'm also seeing child, like building a family, building an empire with somebody. So this can be you. Especially if you're a female wanting to have this and looking for somebody that is going to be able to take you there. I feel like this is actually very complementary energy coming in for you. Tell me about love for single Aries. Tell me about love for single Aries. The Magician, yeah. Where your attention goes, energy flows. This is the beginning, the Magician's number one. Sorry, I don't know if you can see it. The Magician. This is the start of like infinite potential. This is really nice. It's saying you have all the tools for success to start something new. This is in your power. I want to say don't look back to old patternings and conditionings of past relationships or past failures or past, even the way you are if you're not good in relationships or if that's the way you perceived yourself. I would say let's start anew. We've had this period of incubation and healing. Let's go about this in a new way because the cards are saying, I mean, this is major arcana. You have the potential to build the emperor that you were destined, the empire, that you were destined to build. Male or female? Page of Pentacles. So this is looking ready to offer a level of grounded commitment. Even if it's just the intent, I feel like this is just the intent. This is somebody looking for it, but they're holding that in their heart. So this is like the looking card, and this is what the universe is bringing to you, and this is the position of that. So the universe wants to bring you an opening. This is an opening that you are going to kind of peek your head out into the world and start. I feel like you're kind of one of the signs that are, especially if you're single, going to start looking sooner than others. Yeah, leave the past in the past because it's clarified by the World and the Hierophant. Yeah, I see a bunch of cards. It's like we're still releasing some of this old thought patterns, old conditioning. It's saying leave it there. That's not part of this new consciousness. It's not part of your new world. Ooh, I love the World here paired with the Hierophant. I mean, you have 2 Taurus cards now, so I'm curious if you don't match with a Taurus. Tauruses really, truly are on the come up. This is their time. They've been through a lot, and then some. Tauruses really know what they want right now. It doesn't have to be their sun sign, like I said, but again, it's that grounded, comforting energy. Very supportive. This can also just mean there's an ending to what was and a beginning to what is. Beginning, commitment. Um, so to me, this feels like the summer. I mean, this is the sun. If you're in the northern hemisphere, I would, as a reader, I would attribute this to kind of May, June, July, August, this time period. But looking at these cards, I'd say be ready sooner than later if you feel in your heart that that's what you want. In the position of what you need to know, the Hanged Man, it's like this forced pause to attain enlightenment about what you truly want. I feel like sometimes you guys have the tendency to just work, kind of just be on this loop of, like I'm seeing climbing, going a certain direction. It's kind of been this, let's take stock. Are we going in the right direction? Is this where we want? Are we in control of everything we want? Are we building an empire? Are we building somebody else's empire? Let's switch that up if it's not yours. That's what I feel. Let me clarify this. Tell me about this sun in their subconscious. I mean, the subconscious tells me this is what you truly, truly desire. It's like freedom within love. It's just like happiness, having fun, going on adventures, feeling the growth within somebody else, Tell me about the sun. What is it that's in Aries' subconscious? Why is this the sun here? Why is the sun here for Aries? Page of Swords. Yeah, this is what we're going to be looking for. So we're going to be looking for people that feel like sunshine, that feel positive, that feel different from past experiences. That's what I feel. And it's going to come in, I feel like, whether you're ready or not. Because I feel like if you weren't ready before this craziness happened, the doors are opening, and I feel like it's time to decide that you are. Page of Swords is somebody looking, ready to communicate. When they see something they like, they go after it. They're not afraid anymore. They hold this sort of truth because that's what they want, because that's what they know they deserve. Emperor. Yeah, look at this retrospection. 7 of Pentacles, working towards something and not feeling like it's bearing the fruit that you fully deserve. There's some sort of shift here into the King of Cups, deep introspection about the feelings, the emotions, the subconscious, what's in there, what needs to come out, what needs to be expressed. Where have I been holding back? Why am I afraid? And with the Magician, it's like, you know what? I have all the tools. I have a ton to offer. I have infinite ability to create a successful life for myself and for others. I just want a partner that supports me. It's coming. Your outcome is the World with the Hierophant. There's an ending to this. I mean, the world is huge. This old thought pattern, this old existence. I even feel for some of you, a lot of us are getting lots of financial blessings. It's not crazy money, but especially if in the United States, there's this continual, I feel is coming. I know it's still not passed, but I feel like there's going to be continual checks coming in for a lot of us for a while. The world, to me, for some reason, with the sun, it's almost like I'm in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like some people going on, and this might be planned for the future. Maybe it's next summer, or it might be an entire year taking off and just enjoying life with somebody that you love, and taking this money, maybe investing it for now if you haven't met somebody, doing the stocks. I know most Aries know how to do that, right? Or learning how to, because now would be the time. Truly. And what I was going back to, sorry, I'm all over the place. Seeing in my mind's eye, I was seeing, what are they? I did this a few years ago. I built a van, a solar-powered van. I did it alone. I traveled the States alone, but it was magnificent with my dog. I'm seeing this with a person, though, like an idea like this. It feels very adventurous. It feels very fun. So a different type of kind of quarantine in nature with love. Like I feel there's some sort of adventure. For some of you, you might be like, that's not my cup of tea, but it's some sort of an adventure with somebody. And I feel like the redirection of importance into the time spent enjoying, experiencing, living. But we're in Taurus season, so there's an element of nature here, and experiencing the world, the earth. This is exciting energy. I like this. And I feel like you can feel this building, wanting this with this Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. It's like the gate opens and you're the first one out. You're ready. I love this energy. I'm excited for you. And if you're not single, I feel like this energy can apply to you as well. It's like this restructuring of how you think and how your relationship is and what's truly important. I feel a heavy emphasis wanting more success and wanting more fun. It's not a work-life balance. It's like a life, fun, living balance. The work needs to become life. It needs to become fun. It needs to become enjoyable. So if you have become sort of like a slave to the system, there's a shift here. That's definitely an undertone of your reading. And I truly hope this applies to you. So any anxiety that came up in regards to work, security, money, I feel like this is actually what's going to help you not go back to that place. It's helping you restructure from the ground up how you go forward. I feel like in some time, maybe a few months, maybe in a few years from now, you're going to look back and be like, holy moly, remember that point in time? It's almost like the nexus point of, like I'm almost feeling like, BC, AD, right? That sort of really strong line in the sand. Like everything changed from here and there. Maybe it might not make sense in a few months from now, but I truly believe we're in this beautiful spiritual awakening. We're all kind of going, whether we're happy about it or kicking and screaming. Everything's going to change from here on out. I feel like it's going to be a little bit turbulent for a few months. Focus on love, focus on building yourself, focus on what you want to create for your future. There's love coming in here. I would really invite you to be open to it as soon as you feel safe to do so. Okay, I think I'm going to end it here, Aries. Beautiful reading. I think I will leave a link below if you'd like a reading from me. Yeah, I think I will. I kind of get overwhelmed with them, so my YouTube readings kind of fall to the wayside, but I'd like to do more YouTube readings, so I might just limit them. So anyways, that information will be below. I hope you have a wonderful month. Again, apologies for my neglect, but I will be back soon with more. All right, bye, Aries.